Hey y'all, Bridget Bartlett here. Today we're going to talk about blog creation. This is day 3 or part 3 of our blog creation series. So this week we've talked all about how to create a blog step by step, how you can monetize a blog, how you can automate a lot of your systems to post to social media, and today we're going to talk about how to actually create and design your blog. So this is my blog here, and it is built on Builderall. So it's super simple. You can completely customize this any way you want. But I want to point out there are 2 pages. Okay, so yesterday we created our blank website, and then we connected the blog that we created to this website. Okay, so as soon as you connect a blog, you're going to see you have 2 pages added. So we only had the home page. Hey Ariel. Yes, you can definitely, if you're driving, definitely don't watch, but you can always watch the replay. So we have the home page here, and that's the first page that is automatically created when you create a website. But then as soon as we connect the blog, we have these 2 pages. So we have the blog feed and the blog post. Now the blog feed, just to give you a live example, I'm a visual person, so I like to see exactly, what it is to help my mind comprehend. So the blog feed is going to be the page where all of your blogs are listed. Okay, so this page here is the blog feed page. So you see I have multiple blogs here. You can scroll through to look at all the rest of my blogs. So this is the blog feed page. Now, if I want to go to one specific blog, that's going to be the blog post page. Okay, so let's go ahead and click here to read more. Now you see, if you look at the URL up here, it says my website domain, and then it has the custom URL for the blog, okay, for this specific blog. So if I wanted to share this blog, I would need to copy this URL and then share it to social media, or you can use really cool things like the RSS feed to automatically post, okay? So if you missed the previous trainings, definitely go back and watch that so you can be up to speed. So you can create and customize these any way you want to. This is the blog post page because it has the post. So no matter how many blogs you have on your website or on your blog, no matter how many posts you have, it's going to be on the post page, because what this is just an element. So you're designing this whole page, all of these things here, you're adding the images and all of that, and this is just a box element that is going to basically, when you click on your website, the way that this element works is if you click this read more button, it tells the system, okay, go to that specific post on the page. Okay, so if you kind of think of it as like this post element is kind of like an iframe. So if you so no matter what, when you click here or click here, it's going to still go to the post page. It's just going to put that specific article inside that box. Okay, so if that didn't confuse you to death, I'm going to now take you into the back end of it so that I can actually show you. Now, you see here that it has the blog. You see there in orange here, it says blog, and it says here feed. And then this is post. So this is the feed page is basically going to be the home page of your blog, like I said, with all of your blogs showing. And then the post page is going to be a specific post. All right. So no matter what you do to these pages, it's going to update these pages. Okay. I think that they just put these pages here just for organization, just to keep it clear. Because if you create membership websites, then you'll have your membership areas down here as well. So it kind of just divides them for you. So they're the same page. So if you design this page here, it's going to automatically update this page. Okay. So I just wanted to make that clear. So let's go ahead and just go into the feed page first, and let's look at some different edits and things that you can add. So this is just our generic blank feed page. I'm going to actually delete this text. It's in Portuguese anyway, and I am English, so I'm not going to I can't even read it. I don't even know what it says. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to add a panel. Now, with the blog, you can add anything. Actually, let me add a blank panel first. I'm going to go add a blank panel. So now we have 2 blank panels here, okay? And I'm going to delete this text again because I want to add my own text. All right, so we have 2 blank panels here. Now, the reason I did that is because you always want to have like a header, you know? So I have this as my header, but it doesn't have to be like an ad or your business. I mean, it can be whatever you want it to be. And what a lot of people do is they actually will go to the elements here and they'll go to, let's see. Okay, so here's all of the blog elements. So you can add all of these here and they all have to do with the blog. The one main thing that you have to have on this page, and remember this, okay, on the feed page, you need the feed news. On the blog post page, you need the post element, okay? So always remember, if it's the feed page, you need the feed news, and if it's the post page, you need the post element. Now, you can do whatever you want other than that, okay? All the rest of it's just bells and whistles, but you need to always make sure that on the feed page you have this element, on the post page you have that element, and then, like I said, the rest of it's up to you. So let's go ahead, since we know we're going to need this is the feed page, we're going to need one of these on here because we need basically that iframe, or we need that element to say what is in our blog apps, because that's what connects the blogs to this page, all right? So I'm just going to go ahead and add this element here. I'm going to left click and drag it to my page. Now, yesterday I told you, there was a method to my madness why I wanted to create 3 posts before we started designing the page and setting all of that up. And that's because I wanted you to see when you drag this over, it automatically, since it's connected to our blog, it automatically pulls in our blog articles. So these are the blog articles that we created yesterday. Let me go ahead. I'm just going to expand this panel so that we can get the whole element on there. Another thing that you can do is go to elements, and we'll return to the main. A lot of people put the featured blogs on the top banner here. So you could left click and drag that there. And then you can choose which blog you want to add to your featured blog. So let's left click and let's actually go to configure. And now you'll see each of these elements have their own settings, okay? So you can choose the different theme that you want to use. If you want simple, clean, I'll just leave it at clean. You can choose the text. So if you don't want it to say read more, or maybe you want it to say get more info, you could change that there. You can change the date format. Now keep in mind this is still MVP, so you might see some Portuguese and things until they get all the kinks worked out, but it's fully functioning. I've used WordPress blogs before and it's really confusing and I honestly don't like them, but this is so simple. I love it. I love the layout. I love the design. I love the way that it all functions. I love it. So here, even though it says formato de data, you can choose however you want your date to display. So in the United States, we usually use date, day, and then year. So I'll go ahead and just choose that. You can choose to show the author or not. If you don't want any of these options, all you need to do is uncheck. You can choose to show the date, categories, content, thumbnail, or show the button. And here is where you want to choose the article that you want to be highlighted on your banner. Okay, so these are the 3 articles that we created already. So let's just say we want this one to be our featured blog post on the banner, and we'll click save. So now you see we've selected that here to be the featured post, and then we have all of our other posts down here. So you can see already it's starting to look really cool. One thing that you can do with this one here is you can left click, you can go to configure, and I definitely encourage you guys, click around here. I dare you to break it. If you break it, I am so excited because then that means that you discovered a problem that we have not discovered yet. So definitely report that to support if you break it, but you're not going to break it, okay? So click around in here, choose different options, play around with it, see what you like, see what you don't like. That's the best way to learn, is just by trial and error. So just click around. I really encourage you to click around. So again, with this one, you can choose the theme that you want to use. You can choose what text you want on the button or the date format. You can also choose whether to show the author, date, categories, content, thumbnail, or buttons. You can choose the amount of components that you want it to show on your element there. You can choose to show the blog articles without the featured, which that is really cool, because since we only have 3 blog articles, it's more obvious when you just have the 3 and then you make one of them. Let me click out of here and show you. So what we could actually do is, since if we had many blogs, and you see this blog shows up here and then the same exact blog shows here. So if we didn't want that to happen, we could just choose to show our components without the featured blog, and then it would take that one away. We can also choose the headline, like I said, just play around with these things and how many columns you want to be there. So we're going to go ahead and click save. I don't want to make this too in-depth. If you do need an in-depth tutorial, go to the knowledge base. I just really want you guys to, I would love to see you creating blogs and just clicking around and doing the trial and error. And I would love for you to get and understand the value in creating a blog, piggybacking all of your marketing strategies together with that spider web effect, and, and reaching the people who love to read blogs. Blogs are great on social media. You can turn videos into blogs. You could actually have videos transcribed into blogs. You can incorporate all kinds of offers and affiliate offers inside of blogs. So it's just so super easy. But the design aspect, definitely just play around until you get the look and feel that you're interested in. Douglas said, can you adjust the image in the featured post? I don't think you can adjust the image because it's going to use whatever you've uploaded. But what I like to use is Canva here. And then you can actually go to, I usually make all of my images the same size, but if you missed the training chip, I just chose different images that I had. But you can choose blog banner, and that is the size that I like to use on my blog. So I literally will just choose a blank canvas here. And then if my blog is about, let's say my blog is about affiliate marketing, I'm just going to literally search affiliate marketing, and then I'm going to choose one of these images here, like maybe I'll choose that one, and then I'm just going to stretch it out until it's the right size. And I did talk about too how I don't like to add text because it may show up different on different platforms that you're using. So that's what I talked about yesterday. So definitely just upload them in the size that you want them. That way that they're congruent. If you look at my website here, all of my blog articles, the image is the same. So if you scroll through here, they're not different sizes. So that's how you can rectify that issue there, is just upload them at the correct size that you want them to be. So let's now go to, but wait, before I skip off of this page, I want to tell you like all of the things that you can do with ads, okay? Because we talked about how, monetizing them inside the blog post yesterday. We talked about adding affiliate links and rewording things to make sure that you are, since it's your voice, we're promoting the things that you care about, that you believe in. So what we can do is like we can add a blank panel down here. Let me delete these here. And then you can add images. So let's go to return. We'll go to, where's my images? Oh, probably in alphabetical order. Okay, so we'll grab an image and we'll just choose horizontal. And then if you can add, change this to any image, it's just the placeholder. But you see here that you can set the link. So any image that you want to choose, like I did here, these are just images, okay? These are builder-all images. And then if you click the link, it goes to a builder-all sales funnel. Okay. Now imagine the power, okay? In local business, imagine if you are an HVAC guy or maybe an insurance agent or something like that. You can also add iframes to this, like this section here. You can make this 2 instead of 3, like we have here, and then you can add these images down the side here. You can minimize this. You can add images here. You could add an iframe here. You could put a long panel at the bottom here of an image or an ad. You can also, like I was saying with local business, if you have a sales funnel that you're running paid ads to, why not incorporate that sales funnel here on the side? Maybe if you are, like I was saying, if you're an insurance agent and you sell, some kind of insurance, and you don't directly sell another product, but your same target audience is interested in that, you could also put that here. You could add the Google AdSense. So lots of options. Okay, so definitely just play around with that design. Again, I keep going back to mine because I want you to see visually without me taking all day to design a page. Okay, so you can visually see the things that I've added here, like with this banner. This is just an image. This is an image, and then again, they're clickable. I added images to my my actual blog here, and then down at the bottom, I just added some boxes, and then I put some of my YouTube videos there. So you can also add a pop-up like you just saw. So lots of features there. So let's just go ahead and we're going to save this, and we'll say that's fine. And so now that was the feed page. Okay. So let's see. Cosmos says, is there a specific size image for the blog, or Canva provides the exact size? Both. So Canva does provide the exact size, but you can search for it just by choosing searching for blog banner, and then it creates the size for you. So the size that it chooses for me is 2240 by 1260. So that's the size, and I mean that is just by far, if you guys have seen any of my videos, I love Canva because it's so simple. But using Canva incorporated with Cheetah, it just, oh my gosh, it makes things so easy. So let's minimize that now. So okay, so you can choose, add ads and different things down here, and then of course you can add a banner up here, and we're just going to call this the feed page. Okay, so let's say that's fine. And let's go to the post page. So we're going to save and exit. Now this is the post page, and remember, the only thing that we have to have on this post page is our blog post element. So let me just add a blank panel. I like to have plenty of working space. So I'm just going to drag this down. I'm going to delete this text here. And yes. And the cool, what I love about this is the blog app is not a different, it's a different app, but it incorporates perfectly with Cheetah. So if you can create a Cheetah page, you can add the blog feed or the blog post to any page on your website. It doesn't have to, like you can see here, like this is my home page, this is my home page. I don't have to have this as my blog page, but I can just install this simple element right here, and that makes it a blog page. So I just totally love that. It's just so easy. So let's go down to, now we've talked about the blog featured and the news feed. Let's go to blog post, because like I said, that's the one that you have to have. So let's just choose one of these styles, and I'm going to left click and drag it to my panel here. Now you see, this is always going to look like this, okay? So if this throws you off and you're like, why isn't it bringing in my blogs that I created? It's because this is basically the placeholder, okay? Like I keep referring to it as kind of like iframes. So it's the placeholder, and this placeholder is going to be the same unless you select a different article, okay? And I'll show you what that means in just a second. So to edit your post, first of all, you can customize it, lots of different ways here. But you can also configure here by selecting the little gearbox there. You can choose to show the categories, author and show date. You can customize how your date appears. And then this is cool too. This is how you get the social bars. So you can choose here to show the social bars or not. And then which ones that you want to show. I just love to show all of them because I have all of these social media, so why not advertise, right? So you can choose any of these that you want. You can choose to align the social bars on the left, center, or right, and you can also change the theme to be squares or circles. So I'm a square person, so I just like them to be in the squares. So let's say that we love this and we're happy with it, and we'll click save. Okay. So this is going to be our blog post page. So let's go back to the add elements and return, and let's go to blog general. So we can add any of these elements here. Now I talked earlier about the RSS feed. So this right here, if you drag this element and you want to add this like where your social media bars are, or a lot of times they'll add it to the header. We don't have a header on this website now because I personally, you can add a header here on each page, but personally I like to use the global headers and footers. That way when I go to update them, which I do often, I only have to update one place. Okay, so it's totally up to you how you want to do that. But I do love to put this RSS feed there, and that way if someone comes to my blog and they're like, I really love that style, or I love this information, I want to make sure that I can keep track of that. Or maybe you guys are like, hey, I love Bridget's blogs, and I just want to make sure that, or I want to share that on my page, which we talked about yesterday, how you can automate that. You can actually take my blog feed and then you can put it in an RSS feed scheduler like Content Studio that we talked about. And then every time I upload a new blog, it will go wherever you set it to go. So if you want my blog to go on your Facebook page, all you have to do is add my RSS feed to your scheduler, and then it will automatically post every time I upload a new post. So you could do the same with the Builder All blogs, or any other, maybe Gary Vee has a blog that you like, or anybody who writes a blog that has an RSS feed, you can automate in that way and then share automatically to your page. So that's a really cool thing there. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. But let's go add, let's see, we're going to add a generals tab here. And that's just going to be, let's see, left click. Let me expand this. You can left click on the generals slider here, and it's just going to show you like I think, and I could be wrong, but yeah, here we go. So latest news and then featured news. So if it's just the last 3, if that's what you set it on, it's just simply a slider. So if you want it to be the last 3 and then show the title, description, or redirect post, you could choose that there. And then it's basically on your post page, it's just going to slide through your last 3 blog posts. So that's really cool to have too. So let's go back here. Let's check out some other elements. So you can also add groups. So if you have different, let's see, let's add a new panel for this one. Okay, so we add a new panel. And let's drag this down a little bit. All right, so you can add groups here. So if you like this style here, we'll just left click and drag. You see that now we have like a completely new style of our blog, which is really, really cool. And you can change this. I could be wrong about this, but I think that the groups can only be chosen by The category. Okay, so here it is. You can actually customize this now. Sorry, I set up my blog like 2 months ago when we first got the blog thing. And so we keep coming up with like all this new stuff. So every time I get in here to do something, I feel like there's something brand new that I am not sure about. Okay, so you can choose the theme, the different themes here. You can choose the format again. You can show the author and date. And here is where you can choose the categories that you want to show in your group. Okay, so this group blog element is going to be basically for categories. So again, you can choose to show the author, the type or the date, and how many are going to show, the headline if you want that, and then the columns. So we'll click save. We'll just save this and get out of here. And that's fine. So I'm going to go and I'm going to now publish this website. So we're going to click save and exit. Let's see. Chip says, can the RSS icon go on one's homepage and work the same? Chip, you can have that RSS icon anywhere on your website. You can have it in the header, the footer, a normal page, every page. If you want it on the corner of every single panel, if you want it on, if you want to create an image of your RSS feed and then say, pin a little box here, let me refresh this, like I did for this here. Whereas you scroll, it stays basically in place. If you want to put that, you can put that anywhere. Anywhere you put that RSS icon on your website, it's going to click and then go to that RSS feed. So that's super, super cool. So now let's republish our website, because anytime that you're working with any type of integration or global elements, you always want to refresh to make sure that you're checking out the updated version. Okay, so let's look at our live version of our feed page of our blog. So you see, we have our featured blog here that we chose, and then we have our 3 blogs here, and if you click here, that should take us to the post page. So let's click here. So you see, obviously we have some work on the design that we need to work out, but you see, so here's our slider. It's going through the the 3 posts that we selected, and then here is our blog post that we actually created. If you scroll down, here's our social media, and then here is our group element for our other blogs. So lots of cool things, guys. I love this blog app, and like I said, there's so many opportunities to monetize a blog in so many ways. Like even like I was showing Chip with the little thing down here, you could say subscribe to my blog. You could have a pop-up here that says subscribe to my blog. Auto posting with your RSS feed, offer benefits for subscribing or sharing with the RSS feed. I mean, it's really, the sky's the limit. There's so many opportunities. So if you guys don't have any more questions, I know that's so much information. It's so much information, and I speeded through the whole thing, but you guys get the point of, really, if you can design a cheetah page, you can design a blog page. It's simply a matter of creating the posts and then adding those elements to your page and then designing it however you want to. If you want some ideas about, some layouts of different blogs, you could always go to, let's see, Dribble is a good website. Maybe not. Let's say, let's look for blog templates. So not a fan of Wix, definitely not powerful, and they're not going to give us any template ideas. Let's see. We just want templates. Okay, so basically just do what I just did. Just Google blog templates and then kind of look and see, like, what are other people doing with their blog, This is a cool design here. Go to, let's see if Gary V has a blog. Gary Vaynerchuk. And of course he has a blog. And this is another way you guys can know that blogs are valuable because the top marketers are using blogs. It's also important for SEO. So as you scroll through Gary's blog here, see, this is just, so he has his banner here, he has his menu, just like we could have. He has the image here, or the thumbnail of this specific blog. This is his blog feed page. He has his social media icons. He has these ads over here on the side with all of his social media channels. And if you click on the image, it goes to, this is his blog post page, okay? So you can see his home page had all the other blogs. And if I wanted to share this specific article, I just need to copy this link here because this is the post page of that specific post. And then as you scroll down here, again, he has links to other blogs. He has, his upcoming events and get notifications. He has a little cookie thing down here. So he's obviously cooking the sites. And here's a cool thing too. He has comments below, which are incredible for building a community of your followers and people in your business that may have questions. And we are going to have this feature in the next couple weeks. Okay. It's built, they're testing it, they're making sure that, there are no bugs and all of that. But we will have the ability to add comments as well. So lots of cool things, guys. I don't see any more questions, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a day and let you guys take a deep breath because, again, I know that was a lot of information, but you can always go back to Builderall, go to the knowledge base, and then search blog. And then you'll see that Shelly actually did a Tuesday night training on creating a blog, and then also there's some other blog training here as well. So if you need some really in-depth training, but huge potential with blogs. Now, since we've already created, and then of course, again, the homepage could be whatever you want to, and then you're just going to literally take the link to your blog page, add it to your menu, or you can make your homepage the feed page. And actually, that's super simple. If you just wanted to click here and then say yes to homepage, now my blog feed page is my home page of my website. So, and then, of course, you want to republish. So, okay, guys, that's all I have for you today again. So Chip says, thanks. You're so welcome. So definitely check out that training. I would love to see the blogs that you guys are creating. I'm super excited about my blog. So much potential. But tomorrow, we're going to talk about, I'm going to show you some affiliate websites that you can go to and sign up for different affiliate offers so that you can start incorporating, because when you're, even if you promote Builderall or you're using Builderall for your business, that doesn't mean that you can't promote other offers. Okay, so there's so many offers and things that you probably have no idea even exist that you can talk about in your blog, and then always find an offer to incorporate into that blog. So lots of ways to monetize. So we'll talk all about that tomorrow. So again, that's all I have for you today. I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Now, until then, go build it with Builderall.